away, but then we keep it. We create a distance when we're with you. Gravity pushes us away. Never seemed to make a lot of sense. We never really understood the fact that gravity pushes us away. Walk away from it all. Should we just give up? We are the blind, we are the lost. Run from all the mistakes. When we turn away, we are the blind, we are the lost. Gravity seems to lie when it pushes us all aside. Wait for these thoughts. We're not the blind, we're not the lost. We're not the blind, we're not the lost. Walked on straight from my bed. We'll never look back. We're not the blind, we are the ones that face the mistakes that we make. We won't turn away. We're not the blind, we're not the lost. You can turn my world upside down or rush like I've not felt before. I can trust myself. I need you to make it turn. I know. Will you follow me when the sky starts to change? Yeah, we won't be afraid. We'll never be the same again. Will you follow me? We won't leave it to chance. We can write our romance. We'll never be the same again. I could keep the light from turning into darkness. You'd be my escape. What have we been told? Is it true or false? Future might seem every spot we get
All right, how's it going, everybody? Welcome to the American Elite Racing ARCA Series, here live at one of the best tracks, and you know I'm a little bit biased. when it comes to saying that. We're going to Atlanta Motor Speedway here for 100 laps of action. It's getting good here during qualifying. We'll see where everybody ends up. But for right now, to your left, we have an outline of that track. And to your right, we have some pictures that Tony took earlier in the day here for the ARCA series. Baby, it's my favorite series. It's my favorite track. It's going to be a good night. Well, if you haven't seen so already, over on Twitter, we've been doing some really good giveaways with Lap Traffic Podcast and Throwback Brand. So make sure you go give them a follow and stay up to date on Twitter. Just gave away a signed Bill Elliott card, an NBC NBC NASCAR care package with some hats, some glasses, like glasses as far as what go on your face and in your hand. Really cool NBC little, I guess you could say, freezer mug for you, and a lot more stuff. So we're going to be doing another giveaway starting tomorrow. And thanks to Mr. Mike Ramsett, we have got a whole lot of stuff coming to you, including a sealed, signed Michael Waltrip shirt. So you're not going to want to miss that at all. Well, here are the current point standings, not the corn standings. That would be nice. We had a bunch of different kinds of popcorn or something out here. Oh, there goes the pepper popcorn, followed by the caramel. And is that smoked Gouda right behind it? Baby, it's looking good. Here are the current point standings. After 10 races, Jared Mogard, Jamie Haynes, and Nick Goen. Those are your top three, and we have 2 wins each for those drivers. Very, very close right there. Mr. Charlie Mosley Jr., my man from Mobile, Alabama. He's going to be in 4th with Christopher Murphy in 5th. Jose Ruiz, one of my good old friends from the Xbox days. He'll be sitting at 6th with Matthew Boone 7th. Tyler Belanger, your in-race reporter, sitting 8th with Dylan Picklesmeyer, another great driver over from the Xbox side, sitting in 9th. And John Osborne, another one of my brothers from Georgia, he's sitting in 10th. Michael Carter sitting in 11th with Corey Kobe 12th. Jordan Martin, what a season he's had. He's sitting in 13th. He's got 2 wins as well. And Doug King in at 14th. Last time we were with you, it was quite a while ago. Jared Mogard took home that win. And next week, we are headed... I'm scared to even say the word now. We're headed to a road course. You can see it on your screen. You know how it is with right now with iRacing. Savage Joe saying y'all always have nice stuff to give back to the community. Yeah, I know how it feels to, I've never really won a giveaway, but I know how it feels to win like a raffle and stuff. And it's a good feeling. So being able to do those, especially in the off season, and team up with 2 amazing partners has been so ecstatic. And also having DB sit-down marks and as well as Mr. Mike Ramsett coming and giving me some great stuff, as well as Special Dogs and More. Mr. Neil Lapidus sent over some stuff as well quite a while ago. That's how we got that Tony Stewart signed 124 and some other great gifts. So, I can't be more thankful for everybody kind of contributing in, because, it started out just coming from my pocket, and then having others jump on board. It's been awesome. I just picked up the big Pop Funko of Jeff Gordon in the car that I'm going to be giving away, and I also got the Pop Funko of Chase Elliott and the Hooters stuff. So, really excited to give those away. And Velocity Motorsports saying best broadcaster in the biz. Well, thank you so much right there, Velocity Motorsports. I don't know if I'm the best, but I try to be, at least a little bit fun and pretty professional. Anyways, let's go racing here tonight at Atlanta Motor Speedway, and it's presented by AtlantaRacing in the AER ARCA series. And don't forget, if you're watching on YouTube and Twitch, you can subscribe right now to catch up with these races. We stream every Sunday and Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Speaking of that, we have the championship for the Throwback Series. It's going to be this Wednesday. You're not going to want to miss that race over at Homestead Miami Speedway. It's going to be great. Sam Bama saying, let's go, Jamie, and Southern Canadian Racing. Good luck, guys, as we are about to go trackside. 15 seconds left for this race here at Atlanta Motor Speedway. I can tell you right now, I am so ready for NASCAR to be back. There is nothing better than, I swear, nothing better than cutting the grass and listening to MRN radio. That is the best to me. Well, here's your starting grid tonight for the American Elite Racing ARCA Series. Travis Gilbert is going to be sitting in the pole 22 Chevrolet with Christoph Murphy right there in the 98. Jamie Haynes in the 53. He'll be sitting in third with Sammy Harrell fourth in the 43 Chevrolet. And Sam Taylor rounding up your top 5 drivers. James Suggs going to be starting in 6th with Matt Langley starting 7th. Jordan Martin starting 8th. Nick Golan starting 9th. And Corey Colby starting right there in 10th. Maurice Burnett's going to be starting in 11th with Matthew Boone starting 12th. George Rincon starting 13th. John Osborne starting 14th. Tyler Willard starting 15th. Right behind him is going to be the 12th of Dylan Picklesmeyer starting 16th. Michael Carter right behind him starting 17th with Neil Lapidus 18th. Charlie Mosley Jr. 19th. And Jose Ruiz 20th. Christopher Murphy is going to be starting 21st with Tyler B. Langer starting 22nd. Doug King 23rd. And Keith Boss starting 24th. That's your starting grid here tonight at Atlanta Motor Speedway. Let's go see what these drivers have to do. CM Bama saying, I hope Joel's okay. Yeah, I hope he is too. He hopped in here on Wednesday and said that he just had missed the start time. So hopefully he is all good. Of course, talking about Mr. Joel Conley, ECR Kool-Aid, as we are now getting a great view of all these drivers here. Getting ready for some action at Atlanta Motor Speedway. If this was a real race, you would see me in the stands. Or hey, if Chris is racing, maybe I'll be down on pits cheering him on. That was the most exciting thing ever, was being down in the pits and seeing him pull up and just freaking going crazy, man. It was awesome. Velocity Motorsports saying, let's go Tyler B. Langer and Bull Packers. Hey, you're not going to sit here and talk smack about my Packers, okay? I'm just kidding. I don't like the Packers. I'm a Falcons fan, so talk the smack you want to talk. Travis Gilbert's going to sit right behind the pace car now and get ready to get racing. Savage Joe saying he hasn't been to Atlanta Motor Speedway since 2013. Wow. Yeah, I went last year for the spring truck race. And then I didn't go to the Cup race last year. I did go to the Cup race the year before, though, because it was a long day. I was in Florida and got engaged. And then the next day I flew to Atlanta that morning. My dad picked me up. We went to the race. He dropped me back off at the airport. And then I flew back to Florida. So that was a big day and a lot of time on the plane just to see that NASCAR race. But I wanted to see it. On board now with Travis Gilbert. He'll be the one taking the green flag here at Atlanta Motor Speedway. 312 Motorsports saying, watching from the recliner, should be a great show. And Joel, I hope it's going to be a great one for you. We're getting ready to go green, and we are green. Green, that is not what you want to see. Oh, shnikes. Green flag racing here tonight at Atlanta Motor Speedway. Travis Gilbert has got a ton of velocity right behind him. Speaking of Velocity Motorsports in the chat, that's going to be the 53 of Jamie Haynes, who already took that second place spot away from Christoph. And that's going to put that Mountain Dew Live Wire 53 up into second. And now looking, Christoph stuck up top with the 43 of Sammy Harrell. And now the 5 is Sam Taylor trying to run that inside line. And I apologize for the camera doing that. I'll probably be able to fix it a little bit throughout the broadcast, but didn't have like a lot of camera angles really for this Atlanta Motor Speedway, and so I used another setup and it kind of didn't really like it. As we see the 98 of Christoph lead the charge to the outside. Up top, getting some very good pushing from the 43 of Sammy Harrells. They have propelled up here to be right next to the 22. Let's see if we can't. Yeah, oh yeah, wow, that's not going to be anywhere near where we need to be, my lord. Well, seeing back here, we have some action as well. Taking a look back from the 28 of George Rincon. He is up 4 spots already, but that inside line is getting a lot more single file than he probably wants to see. And there's your race info for tonight's race. 1 fast repair, 4 sets of tires, and 100 laps for these drivers at AMS. It's going to be a good one. And it already has proven to be, as now Travis Gilbert has gotten past Christoph in the 98 to take back that first place spot, pushing back Christoph. And now we see Sammy Harrell looking to lead a charge to the outside. He was able to push the 98 earlier. Now he is looking to take that spot for himself with a little bit of action from the 38 of Matthew Boone. And they're going to be taking it 3 wide with your leaders as the camera doesn't want to tell you what's going on. There you can see it running that high line. Sammy Harrell trying to make it past that Red Bull 98. 22 almost locking bumpers with that 43. Velocity Motorsports saying, I love watching George Rincon race. Always told people he's such a great driver. He is indeed a great driver, and we're seeing some great driving right here as well as Matthew Langley. That's what I should say. Matthew Boone's going to be to his outside. Matt Langley, though, cutting down to the inside. Maurice Burnett, he's up 5 spots, and he is trying to do it. And Sammy Harrell has done it. 6 laps into the race, he is set up there. Oh, man! Maybe a little bit of touch right there on the back bumper from the 98. Sammy Harrell helped push Christoph in that 98 to get to the front. 22 overtook, and then that 43 got some help from Matthew Boone. Now he is sitting pretty here at Atlanta Motor Speedway. That's not what you want to see. Neither is that. Well, hope everybody is having a fantastic night, enjoying this post-Christmas season, I guess you could say. On board now with the 28 of George Rincon once again. Seeing a lot of action right in front of him. Wow, look at this right behind Sammy Harrell. He is probably about to crap himself. Let me tell you, Christoph is relentless right now. We're going to go on the nose. And I love it right here. You've got this nose camera out of turn 4. Has pulled off a little bit from the 43. But was just on that bumper as a 22 of Travis Gilbert. He is wanting to get back down on that inside. He's looking for any opportunity. Thought he was going to have possibly a little bit of a slot between that 98 and 38 of Boone and Christoph. And that was not the case. He's going to be stuck up top, 98, trying to close the gap and make sure that 22 knows he is not welcome down here quite yet. He's going to have to let that 98 by. 43 just holding on to it. Here comes the 28 of Rincon in the 54 of James Suggs as well up top. And this top line has been running so quick here in Atlanta, but it's no surprise. Atlanta Motor Speedway is such a quick track now. In 2022, it is a super speedway. It's 23 now. They changed it last year. You know what I meant, though. It's a super speedway, and I absolutely love it. I love racing this track on iRacing. It is my favorite track to race, and it fits that it's my home track. That Chevrolet Impala of Christoph still right here to the inside of the 22 of Travis Gilbert. None of these drivers want to give up any kind of positioning as we are looking towards the playoffs here in just a few weeks. 54 of Suggs. He's going to slide it on down in a good move right down there to the inside. Savage Joe says, wish I could have watched one last race before they switched to the super speedway transition. Yeah, I was lucky. I went the year before, and what was it, 2021 I went. So I saw the last Cup race there. But let me tell you, when we were there last year and they had redone it, and I was listening to those Cup Series drivers race and practice, oh my gosh, it was incredible. They were flying. Man, oh man. Well, speaking of flying, 43 is gonna, oh my gosh, the 98. Wanting that 43 to not give up. He is pushing on that bumper Sammy Harrell has no room for a mistake right now. He has got to hold on to this front spot. Now the 22 of Travis Gilbert. He came up top for just a little bit. Kristoff is going to push and propel that 43 back up into first. Oh, and Matthew Boone, 38 is going to get loose out of turn 4, and we're going to see multiple drivers head on by. The last of those being John Osborne in the Pepsi Chevrolet 81. Matthew Boone getting super loose out of turn 4, and that's going to put him down. All of those spots that he had gained, he started tonight's race in 12th, had gotten up here to the top, was running 3rd and 4th, and now he has been pushed back to 13th. So we'll see if that 38 can't propel himself up a little bit more. 2 is now Sammy Harrell. Wants that top spot back from Travis Gilbert, and who is Kristoff going to run with? It looks like he is running the center right now, trying not to give any kind of advantage to either, and now he takes the top line. He'll give a bump to the 43. And let me tell you, if you want to hold on to a spot and you want a teammate that's going to put you there, the 98 is one to do it. We have seen multiple times here tonight at AMS. He gave that little bump and gave that 43 a little bit more momentum. It's still side by side. Who's it? Savage Joe saying, now this racer reminds me of old Atlanta. Let me tell you, baby, this is some exciting racing. If I could cuss live on the air, I would do it because, man, let me tell you something. That's the thing about these ARCA Series drivers. Every season, they have gotten so much better. This is no dock to anybody, but I remember the first season, I mean, we would have definitely had a caution by now. It might have not have been a skill level caution. It might have been an aggressive caution where somebody was just trying to make a money move too early in the race. And now we see these drivers, you know they have 100 laps. They know they've got to get through 100% of the race. So let's do it in the time we're given. Let's not do it in the first 3 minutes. So a lot of maturity and growth with these ARCA Series drivers as we are side by side up here, 2 rows back, 1st through 4th. On board with Travis Gilbert as Sammy Harrell is just to his outside. Oh, getting super close right there with Harrell. Sammy Harrell getting the nose-to-nose action right here into turn 1. Travis Gilbert, though, holding on to it. In a single file line running down this inside, but these top 4 drivers, they don't see that. All they see is that clear road right in front of them. '98 of Kristoff is going to give that famous push right here and almost make it 3 wide for the lead. Kristoff gets pushed back. No incident is brought out. 88 of Tyler B. Langer going to get stopped up as well right there. 54 of James Suggs pulling himself up into 3rd, up 3 spots. And now here comes Kristoff once again behind that 43, 22 of Gilbert. Still leading tonight's race with 80 laps to go. Looking back now from Sammy Harrell, and he is now going to be side by side with the 22 once again. Kristoff and 54 James Suggs, as well as the 88 of Tyler B and the 20 of Tyler Willard. We have got some racing at Atlanta Motor Speedway. Oh, and what is that? The 22 getting a little loose right there. Not too sure what was going to happen. And that is going to help the 43 of Sammy Harrell retain that first place spot. Kristoff, though, we saw him almost take it 3 wide 2 laps ago. So we know he is itching to get up there to the top, especially the way he's been racing. Just pretty aggressive on the back ends of these bumpers. So I'm sure if he has an opportunity to take it down low, he will take it. Now Sammy Harrell sees that 54 of James Suggs eyeing that top spot to the inside. And the 88 of Tyler B. Langer is there to give him a little bit of help from Claremont, New Hampshire. Well, Sammy Harrell came up from 4th place tonight. He was originally rounding on the bumper of some other drivers, got the opportunity to come up here to the top, and he has been running a great race. And we want to talk about a positive impact in the ARCA community and making that, maturity stride. Sammy Harrell in this car is just showing how much he has grown here, holding his own at Atlanta Motor Speedway. But now the 54, Mr. James Suggs, wanting to take that away from Piney View, West Virginia. And now with the 88 of Tyler B right behind him. And then you got Kristoff right there. This is going to, 98 of Kristoff in the wall, holding it a little too wide out of turn 4. And now we're going to see multiple drivers trying to get by the inside as they have the momentum, and the 98 has scraped up his. Kristoff out of 2nd place. He's going to be pushed back to 7th. Now on board once again, 43 of Sammy Harrell, racing it out in Atlanta. Savage Joe saying 98 has been wanting to make a move for the past 19 laps. LOL, let me tell you about it. Talking about the 98 of Kristoff, unfortunately. Oh, and the 88 of Tyler B. He is going to be falling back down below the apron. Not too sure what just happened with him. But no longer does that inside have any help. Now the 43 and the 22, along with the 5 of Sam Taylor. They're going to try to make it work up top. .43 just holding on to it out of turn 4. You would think with so many more drivers up top, and no. 43 looked like he was going to dip below, and now the 54 is Suggs. 43 wants to come down so bad to block 54, but he doesn't have the room. Here comes the 20 of Tyler Willard and the 38 of Matthew Boone, charging up the inside. 43 still doesn't have it just quite cleared. He wants to get in front of that 54 and give him the block. He knows they're coming up. 22 of Travis Gilbert saying, hey, I'm right here pushing. I'll keep pushing if you let it be up here. Oh, man, it is getting close. Extremely close with the 54 and the 43. 69 laps remain at Atlanta Motor Speedway. Man, oh man. 54 just holding on to it. 22 of Gilbert getting extremely close. Now 43 is clear. Will he come down? No, he's going to lead the charge up top as well. 43 of Sammy Harrell holding on to it. Oh, and we got our first wreck. 22 of Travis Gilbert and multiple drivers involved.
Caution is out.
Wow, wow, wow. Caution is out for the first time tonight. Oh, man, oh, man. Let's go see what happened. We're still getting so much information here. Atlanta Racing Instant Replay. We're going to see him. One of those drivers you were watching a lot earlier, that was, oh, I'm sorry. No, sorry. Another Christopher. Watching the 21, Christopher Murphy. He'll have some involvement in this action up here. And we know it started with that 22 or somewhere around there. So let's see if we can't go back one more time and kind of pinpoint just where that happened. Looking at Travis Gilbert now. In the 22, he goes to get in front of the 54, and that is what causes the action to happen. Then into the 2, and then more drivers collected right here. So a move from the 22 to try to overtake the 54 down on the inside into the entrance of turn 3 is what is going to bring out the very first caution of tonight's race. We're going to see it one more time going back to the Atlanta Racing Instant Replay, but this time we're going to see it right here with the 43 looking back. So you'll be able to see it all kind of happening right here behind Sammy Harrell. There you saw it. 22 pulled right in front of the 54, and then all that dramatic action happening right behind him. And the caution comes out for the very first time. That's going to slow up our drivers and get us ready to continue tonight's race here at Atlanta Motor Speedway. Most of everybody, if not everybody, is headed down the pit, so we're going to bring up your pit stop indicator at the bottom of your screen so you can catch up with your favorite driver as they progress off of pit road. Looks like Christopher Murphy in the 21. He's up 20 spots. Not too sure if he went down. Sammy Harrell, though, he is going to be going down into pits, and he'll be coming back into second. Sam Taylor third. Christoph in fourth, and Matthew in fifth. Matthew Boone, that is. Tyler Willard's going to be sitting in sixth. Corey Covey seventh. George Rincon eighth. Maurice Burnett ninth. And James Suggs, one of those drivers you saw involved in that incident. Christopher Murphy will head down into pits. That's going to push the 43 of Sammy Harrell back up here to the top. Sam Taylor going to be headed up here into second, and we'll be back. Green flag racing here in just one moment's time. You're watching the American Elite Racing ARCA Series live here at Atlanta Motor Speedway, presented by Atlanta Racing. Going to have about 35 laps completed. We hit that green flag. Tyler B, how you doing, buddy? Welcome to Atlanta Motor Speedway. Hope you're having a fantastic drive out there, as I know a lot of drivers are. Unfortunately, we did just see that very first caution happen, so not sure if you were involved in that or not. Oh, man, yeah, I saw you kind of get out of the pack earlier, so. Music's coming down as the pace cars are going to head off the track soon. And then we're going to be back a green flag here at AMS. Don't forget, this Wednesday, we have the American Elite Racing Throwback Championship. You're not going to want to miss it at Homestead Miami Speedway. All the action starts at 7:40 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Wednesday, only on Twitch and YouTube. Well, one of the coolest things that happened is somebody earlier in a race asked me to say, driver, start your engines. And even though we were already gridded, all the drivers started revving their engines, and it was just immaculate. 43 is Sammy Harrell leads the pack. Green flag flies, and we're back at Atlanta Motor Speedway. Sammy Harrell with a fantastic start, and looking behind him, you can see just how far That inside line has grown already. Everybody trying to keep it cool, calm, and collected after that first incident. They do have one fast repair, though. That is the beauty of league racing. So James Suggs probably used his fast repair and looking to make his name known here at Atlanta Motor Speedway. Here comes Christoph. No surprise behind the 43, giving a big old push. Oh man, in the 5 of Sam Taylor, he is now going to go nose to nose with the 43 of Sammy Harrell for the lead here tonight. Doesn't this look like NASCAR heat when you put it like this? I hate that. Man, oh man, Savage Joe saying which NASCAR heat played like iRacing. Yeah, I wish it did too. Let me tell you about it. And the sad thing is you get, oh man, that 43 couldn't have even put a pin between him and the 5. That was so close coming up top. And now Christoph leading it down low. 38 of Matthew Boone going to try to lock it up right here with the 98. This could be some great racing up here with the 5 and the 43. And the 98 and the 38. Let's see what happens. But yeah, I get on there and there's like 2 people in every lobby online. Like, you're not going to have a fun race 20 laps at Atlanta Motor Speedway with 2 other people. That's, oh, man, I hate it though because I love that. I love playing that game at least. I don't know if I love the game, but I love playing it. Oh man, oh man. Well, looking back here, Tyler B's trying to race his way back up here to the top. 10 of Jordan Martin trying to put on a block to the 29, and we have got some other battles happening as we are almost doubled up 4 rows back, just 3 rows back now, but still the 98 and the 43. We have seen all night here at Atlanta Motor Speedway. They have been side by side for the lead. Savage Joe saying, I would do iRacing, but it's just too expensive, unfortunately. Yeah, it is pretty dang expensive. I remember when I was in middle school and stuff, and people would pay for the World of Warcraft subscription, and I always thought I would never pay to play a game like that every month. But I do it. But it's fun, you know. There's really not too many things that compare to it. So I would say it is worth the money, especially when you could do some really fun, awesome broadcasting. I love broadcasting, and iRacing allows me to do it. So gotta make it happen. Well, 43 of Harrell right next to the driver that was pushing him for so long, the 98 of Christoph. There is Christoph Hall right there from Pensacola, Florida. 6 oval wins on iRacing for 8 months. Very aggressive in that 98. Wanting to take home a win here tonight. That would be something for Christoph and Atlanta Motor Speedway. Savage Joe saying, glad you could do it. Awesome watching and listening to the commentary. Well, thank you so much, Savage Joe. Always try to bring some excitement and fun to the race and provide you some valuable insight. You know, kind of do a cross almost, as I said a couple weeks ago, between a TV and radio style. Might say the laps a lot, might say things that you're like, oh, well, I can see that on the screen. I don't know why you're saying it so much, but you know, I always say, after Matt Langley told me one time that he listens while he's driving his truck, obviously he cannot look at the screen while he's driving. So if you're listening, as Twitch has a listen-only mode now as well, it helps you get an indication, of visualization of what is happening on the track. As the 43 of Sammy Harrell loses a little bit of that competition from the 98, who now slides down to be next to the 5 of Sam Taylor, who has been running up top and really giving a good push to the 43. The 10 of Corey Kobe right there as well in that Hornet Chevrolet. And I have a feeling it is going to be racing like this until the end of tonight's race. 4 laps away from the halfway mark here at AMS. And let me tell you, if you were ever at Atlanta Motor Speedway, you should always walk through those campgrounds that are right just outside the fan zone. Go over and get you some awesome NASCAR memorabilia, whether it's old die-cast, jackets, helmets. They've got a lot of different stands over there, and you can get yourself some really cool stuff. I always get, I hate doing it too because I end up having a huge bag full of things, but I usually try to get 2 or 3 124 die casts when I go over there because you can get them for, you know, pretty decent price, and yeah, it's a good place to get them. Savage Joe saying, going had a big move in spots, going from 23rd to 9th, I guess, from putting. Talking about Mr. Nicholas Goen right here in the 33. Didn't cut to it too good. He is also racing that Red Bull car as the 98 Red Bull of Christoph Hall has pulled up beside the 43 once again, looking to take the lead. Matthew Boone just on their bumper. Christoph now edging over the 43 out of turn 4. Headed to lap 49. And I love the tires on that 20. Or should I say the rims of that 20. That's beautiful. Christoph losing a little bit of ground right there to the 43 as they gain that momentum up top. Now pulling just alongside, exiting turn 2. They are needing help as they are 2 groups, 2 cars back, and everybody else is just about half a second off. So they are stabilized right here in their positions, and the only way they're going to get some major help is have a few more teammates or other drivers pulling up behind them and really giving them that push. 50 to go here at Atlanta Motor Speedway. Who's going to take home all that banana pudding? We'll find out. Here, looking good now. Let's take a look back. And super close right there with the drivers. Oh, and the 98 of Christoph nearly hits the 5 of Sam Taylor, who pulls out front and is now your leader at Atlanta. Holy shnikes, that was close. Christoph almost lost it right there. They're going to recover and now pull behind the 43. Peeking around right here comes Matthew Boone, and it looks like the 20 of Tyler Willard doing a little bit of lagging right there. And here is a view of the pack here at AMS. A beautiful view at that as we zoom back in with your top 8 drivers. Sam Taylor with an incredible move to come up here and push himself into that first place spot. And now getting super loosey-goosey, the 43 is Sam Taylor. Almost comes down and hits a 5. I don't know if he was trying to side draft or what. That was extremely close for that 43. I don't know, and this might not be true, but this, to me, is one of, if not the best, American Elite Racing ARCA Series race I have ever seen. Saying it now. This is one of the best. 43 trying to pull it down between the 5 and 38 in first and third respectively, but he is not going to have the room. He's going to hang outside. Now the 98 of Christoph Hall. Excuse me. Still getting over that upper respiratory crud infection. Hate it. Me and my wife have been coughing like crazy the past few weeks. It has not been fun. Some action right here between the 8 and the 81. That's John Osborne and Maurice Burnett racing it out for that 8th place spot. Everybody in front of them is pretty much doubled up, so they're trying to get up here with this lead pack and give themselves a run with them. That 20's making my my board over here go a little nuts. It looks like a wreck is happening, but it's not actually happening. 43 edges over up top over Sam Taylor in the 5. 98 of Christoph comes up in the 43, slows down. Oh, and he spins the 5!
All right, man,
43 into the 5, and the caution is out. Christoph gone. Holy. Oh my gosh. Well, let's go to the Atlanta Racing Instant Replay. That was insane. Watch it right here with your top drivers. 43 in the 5 get to each other. That's going to slow everything down. And then multiple other drivers involved. Right near the start-finish line in the Geico restart zone. My gosh. Go on board now with the 98 of Christoph Hall. Holy, I mean, that car just flew over their car. Man, oh man, hate it for these drivers as we head back live here tonight. Gonna have a lot down into pits. We're gonna go down and see what they're up to. And it's going to be the race off pit road. 38 of Matthew Boone has worked his way back up to the top. 11 spots. He is going to be your leader for the second restart. Dylan Picklesmeyer up 14 spots. He'll be in second. George Rincon third. Corey Kobe fourth. And John Osborne fifth for the restart.
It's my fate to let you go. You feel hate when I'm around you, but I know you won't let me go. So close.
22 of Mr. Travis Gilbert. He's going to be pulling up behind that pace car, and I'm sure he'll get the wave around soon. Matthew Boone's going to be lining up for the restart here tonight at AMS. Going to have just about 40 laps to go when we hit that restart. So drivers got to get that mindset of, hey, playoffs coming soon. Needing those points. It is so close. So many drivers have 2 wins. Who can make it 3? Put themselves up there for a championship. The ARCA series. Nick Gowen did it last season. Somebody else is going to do it this season. Could be Nick Gowen again. We'll see. Base cars turned off the pearly yellows, and we're about to go green flag racing once again. Beautiful Hampton, Georgia. Fun fact, went to a Dead Mouse concert at Atlanta Motor Speedway, and halfway through it got canceled because of the wind. Like, why did you even do it here? October. Pace car is off the track, and we are looking to go racing. We're doing it. Green flag is out in Atlanta Motor Speedway. .38 of Matthew Boone's going to be shooting it out the gate, and they are 3 wide behind him. 28, 12, and 10, 3 wide, all looking for second place, and they better hold on to it. Oh, when they do, 28 of George Rincon comes out successful into second place. But not so fast. The 12 of Dylan Picklesmeyer gets into the wall. Here comes the 8 of Maurice Burnett and the 81 of John Osborne. From LaGrange, North Carolina, they are looking to be AER champions. Now coming up on some lap traffic, it looks to be as we go on board with George Rincon. 2 drivers very slow here into turn 1. And here comes out lap traffic. That's the 43 of Sammy Harrell and the 29 of Jordan Martin. 38 of Matthew Boone just says see and sends it down to the inside. 29 will pull in between and now push your leader. 38 of Matthew Boone. What is happening here? Lap traffic now coming into play big time. This is on board with your second place driver, George Rincon. You would think he was in 4th. Well, the 43 and 29 are back here battling it out in 22nd and 23rd, actually. And now the 43 of Harrell looks like he was going to be pulling in front of the 38 of Matthew Boone. Almost like he is leading tonight's race, but that is not the case. 29 falls on back, and he is going to let your leaders do their thing. 12 and 14 get very close to each other. Well, like I said earlier on in tonight's race, we were probably going to be doubled up until the finish. And with 32 laps to go, it looks like that will be the case probably. It has been an insane race, a fantastic race here at Atlanta Motor Speedway. Bruce Apocalypse saying, I think I see my car in the parking lot. Hey, you probably see, well, no, if your car's in the parking lot, then I probably rode with you there. So I was going to say, you probably see my car there too, but no, I was probably there with you. So, man, oh man. .43 of Sammy Harrell really pushing it. I don't know if he's trying to pull that 28 of George Rincon up, but he is racing it out like crazy with the leaders. He definitely needs to be careful that he doesn't cause any kind of unnecessary action or incidents here. As lap traffic has been known to cause that, but right now the 43 is kind of holding his own. He was leading for a good section of tonight's race, so no surprise he is being able to hang up here with your top drivers. Now the 38 and the 28 first and second going to be side by side. And it's been strange right here with this 43. Now the 81 of John Osborne comes to the inside. He's behind your leader. Probably all trying to make that pass. Getting it on from the 43. It's just so crazy to see this lap car doing this. Usually they'll let them on by, but kind of holding up George Rincon right here from doing any kind of progressing. And you can see how doubled up they are with this blimp and drone cam. I mean, good Lord. "26 laps to go for these American Elite Racing ARCA Series drivers. Don't forget, after tonight's race, we're going to have a race-winning interview with the driver that takes it all home at my home track, Atlanta Motor Speedway, baby. I love this track so much. Well, you can see Christoph Hall trying to make their way back up through the field right behind Maurice Burnett. And there is the 33 of Nick Goen. Your reigning ARCA Series champion. Oh, and getting very close right there with the 43 of Harold once again. 38 of Matthew Boone holding on to the lead. 24 laps to go at Atlanta Motor Speedway. Like, you push some of these, you'll be like turn 3 entry, and instead of being in the turn 3 entry, it's just like in the middle of the parking lot. That is, what the heck? Still putting the block on. Sammy Harrell, Corey Kobe, Dylan Picklesmeyer, all these drivers trying to get on by, and they are all stopped up like a toilet. Matthew Boone is the only one who has been able to get a little bit by Sammy Harrell. But Sammy is a lap car, so if he pulled up top, you know, pulling right beside Matthew Boone is putting a pretty good block on everybody else and really giving Matthew the advantage. Every time I see that 42 of Keith Boss, that Bell South car, I keep thinking that it's Sour Skittles. It looks like it's a Sour Skittles car. Have such even gaps between them. You know, they're not really pushing super hard, and I think that's why we're seeing this stalemate. .312 Motorsports saying he really is digging James Suggs' paint scheme. Reminds him of Red Farmer. Talking about that 54 right there of Mr. James Suggs. Yeah, beautiful car here at Atlanta. Well, it's been a kind of repetitive few laps as we haven't seen too much movement up here at the top. With 16 to go, it's going to be interesting to see if it remains this way or we see drivers actually be able to get past the 43. Thought the 28 of George Rincon was about to do something, and now looking back, the 8 of Maurice Burnett is going to have to put on a little bit of a block on the 54 of Suggs. 98 of Christoph Hall up top. All just really wanting that 43 to get by. Now it appears some more lap traffic is coming up right here in front of Matthew Boone, and they will get down below the red line. That's going to be the 21 of Christopher Murphy. He's going to fall down and make sure he doesn't get in the way of these drivers trying to compete for the win here tonight at Atlanta. 13 laps to go. So it's kind of switched up right here behind the 43 as the 81 of John Osborne has fallen back as well. The 28 of George Rencon no longer right there. Nose to nose with the 38. Going to be bringing it to 10 to go at the line. Still evenly set up right here. And still nose to nose with the lap car 43 and your leader 38 of Matthew Boone. Bruce Apocalypse saying down to the wire, and down to the wire is right. It has been just probably pretty irritating for some of these drivers with the 43 clogging up that outside line and really making it almost impassable for any other driver to really put on any competition to the 38 of Matthew Boone. You know that 28 of George Rencon would be right there, and so would be the 42 and the 81, giving a whole big push to the end, but I don't think that's going to be the case. I think we're going to see the 43 sitting right here and kind of just holding on to it and letting Matthew Boone secure the win. Not too sure. Keith Boss getting to the wall. We've got a caution. Caution comes out with just 6 laps to go. Oh man, this is not what they wanted to see. Let's go back to the Atlanta Racing Instant Replay and see what just happened with some of these drivers. It looks like they were taking it 3 wide. Man, and then the 299 and 16 got into it. Oh man, and there it looks like possibly the 22, and Nick Goen just nearly avoids it. '23 bumped into that 89 Mountain Dew Chevrolet, and then into the 2 and the 16. That'll bring out the very third caution of the night as we're going to head back down. Drivers are going to be headed down and getting some fresh tires for the restart probably. And we'll see some staying out as well. Going to be a green-white checkered. All right, well, the pace car is going to be turning off those yellow lights. And we are about to be doing some more green flag racing here for the end of tonight's race. It's going to be a green-white checkered. 2 laps to finish it all off. If they have a caution come out before the first place driver crosses that white flag, then we'll try again. But the good thing is now you see Sammy Harrell, that driver that was up here at the top, kind of blocking that top lane. He is now gone. So it's going to be between Matthew Boone, John Osborne, Dylan Picklesmeyer, Jamie Haynes, and James Suggs. Those are your top 5 drivers here at Atlanta Motor Speedway.
I'm not saying start a riot, but we can't keep being quiet. For your safety, we won't buy it. We all know you're fucking liars. Yeah.
He could be. He could be Bruce Apocalypse. I'm not too sure. Music's coming down as we are about to get back. Green flag racing. It's a green-white checkered at Atlanta Motor Speedway to the Geico restart zone. We hit it. Green flag racing at Atlanta. 38 of Matthew Boone's going to try to take home this win for the American Late Racing ARCA Series. And they are all pushing up top behind the 81 of John Osborne. There's Jamie Haynes, Dylan Picklesmeyer. Now a few more drivers fall to the inside line. 81 of John Osborne now pushing up top with Jamie Haynes. Osborne falls right in front of the 38. He's your new leader as we're coming to the line. And John Osborne brings out the white flag. Here comes Jamie Haynes now side by side with your leader, Tana Corey Kobe, up top as well, looking to do some pushing. And Jamie Haynes having some internet connection issues. They're going to be making it 3 wide with the 98 of Christoph Hall. This could be good or bad. 98 shooting it in the middle. Pushing Jamie Haynes. Christoph Hall, who is going to be your winner. Christoph Hall with a last moment shot, and they are wrecking down the start finish. But Christoph wins at Atlanta Motor Speedway. Holy crap. What a ending to tonight's race for the Atlanta race. My God, American Elite Racing ARCA Series. I couldn't even say it. Christoph Hall taking home the win with John Osborne second, Matthew Boone third, George Rincon fourth, Dylan Picklesmeyer fifth, Nick Goen sixth, Tyler B seventh, Jamie Haynes eighth, James Suggs ninth, Corey Kobe going to be getting 10th here. Maurice Burnett 11th, Neil Lapidus 12th, Tyler Willard 13th, Jose Ruiz 14th, Keith Boss 15th, Doug King 16th, Matt Langley 17th, Michael Carter 18th, Charlie Mosley Jr. 19th, Sam Taylor 20th, and Harold 21st, Christopher Murphy 22nd, Travis Gilbert 23rd, Jordan Martin 24th here at Atlanta Motor Speedway. Bruce Apocalypse says checkers and wreckers, and CM Bama saying good run, guys. Yeah, good run. What an ending here tonight as Christoph Hall takes home the win at Atlanta Motor Speedway. They are going to be burning down the house here. What a win, what a race at Atlanta Motor Speedway. We're going to go down now and see if we can't get a quick interview with Christoph, as they took home what was a hard-fought win. Christoph, you got a copy. Christoph. Oh, man, it's not liking me. Hold on. Christoph.
Yes, sir. I can hear you, bud.
Hey, how's it going? You have a copy?
I have a copy, buddy.
All right, sorry. Discord's being a little weird since the update. Man, oh man, what a win here in Atlanta. You shot it out the gates there with half a lap to go. What was running through your mind?
I hope I don't get wrecked, man. I didn't think that was gonna work. There just kept on getting gaps and gaps and gaps, and before I knew it, I was in the lead and it worked.
Hey, well, it definitely worked, and it was a crazy way to end the race. We saw a lot of tonight's race. You were right on that bumper of Sammy Harrell, giving him those pushes. Is that how you usually like to do it? Just kind of keeping them right there in first and pushing them so those other drivers can't get on by. I liked seeing that from you. It was some cool aggression at Atlanta.
I mean, I do whatever my teammate Sammy tells me to do. I mean, he's the super speedway guru here, and whatever he says will normally get you a win, as I proved today.
Yeah, yes, sir. Well, you took home the win here at Atlanta Motor Speedway. Big congrats, sir. Anybody you want to shout out or thank before we head off tonight's broadcast?
Of course, my teammate Sammy, and then my other teammate Maurice. Without them, probably wouldn't have won today. And for you for doing this stream.
Yes, sir, of course. Well, you took home the win. Big congrats here tonight, sir, at Atlanta Motor Speedway. And I hope you enjoy the rest of your night.
You as well, bud. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. All right, well, that is the end of tonight's broadcast. Greatly appreciate everybody tuning in. We'll be back on Wednesday for the American Elite Racing Throwback Cup Series. We're having the championship at Homestead Miami Speedway. You don't want to miss it. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in, and we'll see y'all on Wednesday.